any odor flying their way. Oh my God. I think I'm good. Think I'm good to go. Maybe. No, yeah, no, yes. Oh, maybe I'm ready to go now. All right. Let's give it a whirl. Okay, so how's everybody doing? Good? I'm sorry I got lost for a minute there. Things were just a little bit upset, I think. But I worked it all out. I hope I don't have... Oh, God, I'm so sorry. Pardon me. I'm sorry. Sorry. Okay, no more sound effects, I'm sorry. Okay, well, I want to thank everybody to come to my show. I really appreciate it. And I can't believe how many people are here for me. So thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. I know that a lot of you know me, and I know that I've made a lot of you laugh. So I thought I'd be funny, and I'd come on stage and try to entertain everybody with the few things that I have dealt with in my life of 20 years. Or 40 maybe now. So time goes really fast, doesn't it? So anyway, we can start off with, I don't know. Let's see. I'm a bartender, and behind the bar is a lot of fun. I get to meet a lot of nice people. And one day I was there, and lots of days happen like this, but this guy was really nice to me. He left me a generous tip, and I was like, wow, I had to go over and thank him. I was like, man, thank you so much. That was so generous of you. And he said, well, you were fantastic. And I'm like, wow, thanks so much. I can't believe you said that. I said, because really, I only hear that from people when I'm in bed. So I really didn't think I was fantastic anywhere else. So thank you for letting me know that my service is appreciated. In bed or not, either or. Anyway, how to say that for Layla? She likes that statement. Anyway, some other things that's happened to me. I actually was online dating, and that sucked. It was really not good. Unfortunately, I think I met all the rejects that didn't quite make it to anywhere in the world of dating, apparently. So some people that I dated have been different. One guy I went out with, we met at a cafe, and when we met, we were just going to have like Danish and coffee, which was fine. So we get there and we sit down, and he's like, so what do you like to do? I'm like, well, right now I'm going to have this coffee and a Danish, because that's what I like to do, eat sweets. So he's like, he goes, well, I'm thinking that I'd like to get you behind my Ford T-Bird, and maybe with no shoes on and a dress. And I was like, what the heck was your name again? Because I don't think we introduced each other. So this is the type of lines that I hear on online dating. It's unfortunate. One guy I went out with, he was from Texas. So you know what they say about Texas. Everything's big in Texas. Yeah, that's what you think, right? That everything's big in Texas? So we went out and we got a big check, and he forgot his wallet. And I'm not from Texas, so everything's not big in my wallet. But on my body, we got some big things going on. We all can see that. I got those attributes, and the real. So everything real. Real. And so anyway, you can tell I'm not prepared for this, guys. Okay, so back to Texas. So anyway, we go to bed, and so we go to bed, and it was big. Everything was big. A big disappointment. That's what it was for me. A big disappointment. So, what I want you to know is, don't think everything's big in Texas. That's for sure. Let's see. The other thing that's big in Texas are these freaking bugs. They have these roaches, flying roaches. They just fly all over Texas. And then, if you work at an over-the-water diner or nice restaurant, they're crawling up to the top as you sit there in the dark and see them. Yeah, I'm so glad I don't live in Texas. It's not a good place to be. But let's see. So then I dated a guy during COVID. And I really didn't know how to act on this date because we had COVID, you were staying in place, you didn't know what to do. And like, did I wear a mask with him? Is he going to show me his face? Because I didn't want to see anything else. It was really just about the face. So anyway, we actually met up. We stood in front of each other. And I didn't know whether to go in for a hug or stay back. Does he have cuties? Does he have whatever the COVID thing was? Who the flip knows what was going on with COVID? I think it was made up, I really do. But there were people that were sick. I realized that. I was really lucky. Knock on wood. And I didn't get it, but I was proud that I got the J&J shot, the one shot that they said sucked. But here I am, 3 years later, never having COVID. So I got to tell you, J&J for me all the way. Anyway, back to my dating. So anyway, this guy was really nice and everything. I really liked him a lot. And we had a lot of fun together. And he wasn't a disappointment. He was a good friend. Showed me some great places in Marin and around town there. And I really appreciate that he came tonight also. So thank you, Derek, for coming this evening. I broke up with him a year ago, so I really appreciate it. Anyway, the other thing is, I thought about Botox. Because I'm getting older, and I really think to myself, oh my God, I got wrinkles, I got this, I got that. So I thought about it. And I thought about getting my lips done. Because as you get older, they tell you that your lips get smaller. So mine are already small to begin with, and then of anything on my body, that's probably the smallest. That and my pinky finger, that's it. But after that, I was thinking if I get the Botox, it's going to hurt. Because they told me it hurts. So I thought to myself, yeah, that's not going to work for me. And I said, okay, well, let me see. You know, I looked at Lisa Rinna, who had her face done, and she had Botox. Now, I'm not sure about any of you people, and I'm not talking about anyone in this room, because I have good friends that like Botox. But this, for me, felt like I'd be talking out of my ass. So that wasn't happening. I tell you, I did. Now look at that, that's not a good picture. It looks like I had Botox, I don't know. Or lip injection. But, hey guys, thank you for coming. Hi, Mary. Jen, what's going on, girlfriend? You hi, what's going on? Okay. I'll say she is hi. How many more minutes do I have? Okay. All right, let's see. So I lived in Vegas a while, kind of downtown from Vegas. I lived in Laughlin, Nevada. I was a cocktail waitress for 7 years. There's a lot of stories during that cocktail waitressing job. It was fun. And one of my things about the job was the outfits that they wore. They were really revealing. I wasn't in the greatest shape. I was a 40-year-old cocktail waitress. I got mauled by like the older women that were maybe 43, 44, and they hated me. And I'm like, what the heck? You know, but that's how it was in that world of cocktail waitressing. They hate you, a new person comes in, and all of a sudden they're like, claws are out, I don't know. I'm not into that stuff because I really don't care. But anyway, getting back to the uniform, the freaking skirt was like a quarter inch from my butt. Meanwhile, my boobs were all like hanging out. I really didn't care about the top part. I was was worried about these freaking butts showing. So I'm walking around holding my tray, pulling my skirt down. You know? And then you literally have to be able to be like, what is that called? Athletic, maybe? Because what you have to do is you have to bend down without your butt coming out and give the drink to the person. So that was really a trying time for me. But it was fun. It was a lot of fun because I looked really hot. So, I was a hot 40-year-old, so I was happy. But anyway, the other thing that happened to me while I was cocktailing, I'm walking past the pit and I'm heading to my area. I hear a bunch of guys behind me. I'm like, oh, drunk people, you know? And then what happened was I came out, I'm walking down, the guy comes from behind me, slips his hand down my shirt, and I'm standing there by the pit with my supervisor looking at me. I'm in like utter shock. Didn't lose one glass. 24 glasses. I held on. Okay, so this happened. I was shocked. The guy saying he's sorry, not the guy that did it, because he freaking wasn't. But this guy, he's sorry. They threw me 2 black chips. My boss says, "You good?" I said, "No, I think I want 2 more." So black chips are $100, so $400 that night for a boob feel. Got it. Derek, you got that for free. Okay, so anyway. He's so glad he showed up, I'm sure. Okay, so let's see what other adventures I had. So I've been married a few times. And see, more than a few, because it's 3, so that means more than a few. So, okay, so my second marriage took place my first marriage took place in somewhere, Hershey, Pennsylvania, and I love Hershey Kisses. So I thought that was a winner. But that didn't work. It was only short-lived. It was 1 year and 13 days, so that was not good. So the next marriage took place, and that was in Vegas, and I thought that was wonderful and great and everything. And it was. It was for 15 years. It was a great time until he asked me to have a threesome. And I was a little concerned about that. I'm like, what? You know, because this was a long time ago. And so I'm like, yeah, no, I'm not into that. And he's like, well, what the blah, blah, blah. I'm like, yeah, you should have did that stuff before like I did, so I don't have to wonder what it's like. So he left me. I guess he wondered what that was like. But the moral of this story is this. So, the grass isn't always greener on the other side, because the woman that he ended up with was much younger, 17 years. She was a friend of my son's, and apparently she was a family type of thing. She wanted to do my son and her, whatever. And so that was really sad to hear that she wanted to date my son and my husband. So it's kind of weird. But I was like, all right, whatever, bye-bye. So I left town. Meanwhile, she moves in with him, or whatever the hell happened. And she becomes psycho and tries to stab him. And I was so mad that she didn't succeed. Because I had a $100,000 insurance policy on him. What the heck happened? So anyway, that was that marriage. The next one took place again in Vegas area. After 2 times getting married in Vegas, that's not where I want to get married next time. This Vegas wedding, I was in black. I figured it was my 3rd wedding. Why shouldn't I wear black? Because it might be lucky. Yeah, no, it was not lucky. This guy, we went on our honeymoon to Lake Mead in a houseboat. We got stuck out there at Mushroom Rock. Now, I don't know if any of you know about Mushroom Rock. It looks like something, like the microphone, maybe. Anyway, we got stuck out there for 3.5 hours until someone came out to save us. Then we went to our car. The battery didn't start. I'm thinking, I just married this guy. Could this stuff really be happening to me? So it was little signs that told me that this is not going to work. So we get in the car, finally get it started. We drive home. The next day, he says to me, hey, did you drive home? I'm like, what? Who drove home? Who drove us home? I'm like, you drove the truck. He goes, did I put the boat on it? I go, yeah, the boat's here. You're here. What do you mean you don't remember driving home? The guy was a functioning alcoholic. He literally was buzzed on like 6 margaritas when he drove home. But we made it home safe. But then the day came when he drove and he didn't make it anymore, and I left him because he smashed my car into a rock. And it was unfortunate, but you learn a lesson, you know? He wasn't the right one. We got to go for number 4. I don't want to give up. I just got to try again. So, just like church. I go to church. I have 3 churches because I never know what time I'm going to get there. So, I got 3 different services at these 3 different churches. And I like every one of them. They're a lot of fun. I met some really nice people that are actually here tonight. Call them the church ladies. And and I'm just really grateful that I try to keep this show clean. Excuse me. I should have did a costume change because then I could have wasted 15 minutes. Anyway. All right, let me think. I got a million stories and they're just like in my head. Okay, so I worked for the railroad. I did 20 years in Conrail on the East Coast. I'm from Philadelphia, and therefore I'm pissed off the Eagles lost, okay? Just let you know that right off the bat. There was just some mishaps out on that field, and that's how Kansas City won. That's my recollection of the whole thing. Anyway, so anyway, I'm from Philly. One day I lived in the city, and not for just one day, but I lived in the city for 2 years. And then I walked home because it was only like 6 blocks away. So when I would come home, I like to go, look in the stores and everything. So I'm walking along, and all of a sudden there's a police officer. Cop car coming up real slow on me. Moving along. What are you talking about? Moving along, you and your friends on the corners. I'm like, what? And he's like, I'm like, just because I have hot pink pants on with a zipper from the front to the back does not mean I'm a hooker. What'd you say? Broad Street. I wasn't on Broad though. But that's where they're really. Okay, so anyway, I had my badge on and everything, but this type of clothes I wore back then, I couldn't get in one of those, pair right now at all. I have them though, in case I do get thin again. You know how that is, right? 40 years waiting for that to come back. Waiting for that size 3. I got 3, 6, 10, 8, 10, 12. When I almost got to 14, I said, that's it, I gotta stop. I can't keep saving all these clothes. So I had to get another storage unit that was bigger. Okay, so let's see. Any questions? Anybody want to have questionnaire questions? Anybody? No? Okay, I don't want to be here either, but okay. Okay, let me think. I got like a million stories, and I can't think of like 2 of them right now.
Who's your favorite dog?
My favorite what?
Dog.
My favorite dog. Oh, that's tough. I know, because it's either BB or May. But then I have Peaches with Beverly, so I don't know. And I love Birdie. Birdie's my friend Cass's dog that is so precious. He kept me warm the other day on Super Bowl Sunday when I was feeling very cold. The freaking Eagles lost. Anyway. Oh my gosh. All right, so let's see. Trying to figure out dieting. Okay. Dieting is really difficult for me because when I joined Weight Watchers, they gave me these little cards to like make this up, make that up, and literally, yeah, it's not good for me. I can't follow directions. It's not a good thing. Like everybody said, Don, when you do your set, make sure you make some, bullets up, and so you'll know where you're at. Yeah, how's that working out for me? Okay, how's that working out? Because I don't have the piece of paper and I don't have the bullets, so this is all coming from memory. This is pretty sad, actually. So let's see. I never did this before. Did I say that already? Okay. So I thought I would try it to see how it feels to me. I got hypnotized in October, and I was trying to break the barrier from my stage fright, which obviously it did work, and I'm able to be up here and talk without going to the bathroom. So that's amazing. So when I got hypnotized, this woman took me all the way back to my childhood. I mean, how can you even believe that? But it really happened. And why I had stage fright, she told me, was because when I went back to my childhood, the first thing I remembered was I forgot my lines on stage. And literally, I mean, who would know this stuff? Then she took me further back, and I was like 2 years old, and my mother was there, and she was like, she wouldn't pay attention to me. So the psychic says, or whatever that lady was, whatever, Sparkle was her name. So I liked her name. That's why I thought that was cute, right, Sparkle? So anyway, she was sweet and it was fun. But anyway, she takes me back. My mother's like not wanting me or whatever. And I'm like, wow, that's sad, And so she says, what do you feel? I said, unwanted, unloved. And I was thinking, this is how I felt my whole freaking life. It's just sad. I always gave a lot of my heart. I gave a lot of love. And what did I get? I got functioning alcoholic husband. I got the other husband that wanted a threesome. And the first husband, he was my first one. I was like too fresh. So I didn't understand really what it was when he was going to the bar every day having a shot and a beer. So I was like, it started young for me. And so therefore, everybody gets a questionnaire now when I date them. Because I need to have answers before I get into any type of relationship. Where's my drink? I should have brought something. I'm sorry, guys. I'm nervous and my mouth is really dry. How's my lipstick?
It's good.
Perfect.
You love the
Where's
lip.
the lipstick tonight? Where's it? Okay. Okay. So let's see. Oh my goodness. What are we talking about? What are we talking about? I think I might have to go to my notes. Okay. I already did those 3 jokes, so now where am I going? The other book. All right. Okay. So at Christmas time, okay, so this. First I wanted to say this. When everybody was out here, because I totally blew this off and totally forgot to do it, but when everybody was out here and I saw everybody, I was like, what the heck is this, an intervention for my gambling addiction? I was like so happy that people actually came because of my gambling addiction. And then I was like, looked around, I thought, oh, it's an AA meeting. Okay, I get it now. G-A-A-A, who gives a hell? Whatever. But anyway, just to have fun, everybody, and that's all I really wanted to do was bring laughter, smiles, and to everyone's face, and hope for the best with everyone. I didn't know how much time I would take up here. I didn't know how much I could do, or actually retain in my brain, because that's the major problem I'm having. I tried to take those focus pills. They did not work. Don't waste your flipping money. They just don't work. They just don't. Kelly, what's going on, girlfriend? Thanks for coming, guys. How about this? Okay, people are so desperate these days, and it's unfortunate, and I want you to know that all these things that I'm telling you, these are true stories. These are not made up. That's how I have everything in my head. I didn't write anything down, just one line that can remind me of what I was talking about. Sometimes that doesn't work though. Like I said, the freaking focus is not there. But anyway, this girl was holding up a sign, and I literally couldn't believe this. I mean, it's getting bad out there. But in today's world, these things don't matter anymore. They're advertised on TV all the time. You know, you just don't know. So, any of you that are eating, I'm sorry to say this, but, so what happens is, this girl had a sign and said, needs money for, like, Kotex. And I looked at that and I said, does that say what it says up here? This girl is so desperate she needs it. So I got in my car, I got a roll of paper towels. I'm like, here you go, sweetie, this will work for you for a little while. So you get some money for the Kotex. So, but today they do commercials like that on TV, which I'm astonished by. Because back in the day, they didn't do things like that. You didn't see that on TV. It was quiet. We now have commercials for men's problems, which I really don't give a crap. But the men might, but I really don't care. And I just can't believe how they are, how they come out with the things that they do. Then they frighten us with all the drugs that they have on the market. The things that are going to help you feel better, but you're going to have 1,000 other things going on with you. But you're not going to have that one problem anymore. You're just going to have 6 new ones. Who takes medication like that? It's sad that our bodies depend on things like that. And it's unfortunate. At this time in the world, the way it is today, it's a sad situation. But you know what? I realized for myself that health is a better thing. I was a sugar fanatic my whole life.
You still are!
You know what? I'm trying to stop. I really am. But my point is, now I'm scared because here I did this my whole life, and I said, oh, what am I going to be like when I'm this age? Well, here I am this age, and now I feel great, and now I waited like 30 years to do this. This is like unbelievable to me. So I think to myself that I am going to be healthier. I drink a lot more water. I lowered my blood pressure, which was amazing to me. That I realized that what was causing my high blood pressure? I was gambling. I was going to the casino and losing money is why I was having high blood pressure. So when I stayed out at the casino, my blood pressure went down. And I said, oh, that's the problem. So I'm over that now. And now I just, I really don't go to the casino too much anymore. I go there once in a while to grab a pizza.
No, don't lie, don't lie.
Apparently I have someone in the audience that doesn't really know me. Anyway, what else do we have to talk about? Okay, one day, this is a true story. One day I was out on a hike, and we're going out, and we're walking down this dirt road that was like very isolated. And I'm with a friend, and we see a car up there. We're like, wow, what the hell's going on there? So we go up to the car, and honest to God, guys, no lie, the guy had a suicide note on the window. Literally, I said to my friend, is this a joke? He said, Donna, this is my first time out here. Like, oh my God, they're going to think we killed this guy. Let's go, let's go. So we run back, called the police, and then we left the scene. So, don't know what happened, but the guy was dead, so what was going to happen, really, right? He's dead. It's sad, though. It's a sad situation, but a true story. Sometimes I can't believe the things that really happened to me. Sad in itself. How about this? I'm going through a drive-through car wash, right? I'm high as a kite. I'm not driving. This is back in the 90s. I go through the car wash, and my husband, he didn't smoke. So, and you know, it wasn't legal then either. So here I am in the car wash, smoking this pot, and then we're going through the car wash, and we were out like in 5 seconds. I'm like, what happened? He's like, what are you talking about? I go, what happened? Is the car clean? Because it felt like 5 seconds. He goes, no, it's clean. I'm like, damn, dude, the car's in drive. Supposed to put the car in neutral when you go through the drive? No? What? Who knew, right? Who knew? And he knew my husband was going to get high from the smoke in the car. I didn't know about the contact thing back then, you know. I wasn't really thinking because I was high, so it was really difficult to think. Who took my water? All right. Does anybody else want to come on stage and talk? Shauna? Girl?
Who's wearing the pins?
Don't. That would be me because I knew I'd pee myself up here. So, yeah, I got that on. Don't get near me though. It might be something else instead of just number one. What are you doing, bud? You decided to show up? Thanks a lot. You're late. You're late. You're late at my first show. A lot of people are here from my job, which I really appreciate. I work for American Greeting Cards, which I took care of Corix, which those two guys have come here to see me, and I really appreciate that. I appreciate Janet that I met buying an American Greeting Card. I gave her my thing. She's here tonight. I can't thank everybody from Charlie's that has come to support me. I really appreciate all that. Chris and Rob, thank you so much for coming.
I'm not bringing wool.
Chris, we're taping this. Sorry, it's an inside joke, guys. I'm sorry. But anyway, once again, I appreciate Layla working hard as always. The girl never sits the hell down. But she did a great job of letting me do this show here. And for everybody to come in, I really appreciate it. I didn't know if Robert wanted to heckle me or not, so I was kind of waiting on that.
Just keep talking. You're on a roll, okay?
You missed most of it. All right. I got to keep going back to my notes. I remembered a lot, though, all this time. So I'm impressed with myself. Let me see. Oh, here's a good one, guys. Oh, my God. So, I'm on the dating scene. I'm not dating. I'm just on the scene. That's my favorite thing. The other thing is, it's been so long that I've been with somebody. My best tip is to go to the airport and get a ticket and get through that TSA or whatever it is so you can get filled up if you need that. Other than that, I really feel like life's really tough for every one of us, and I really hope that laughter is a little bit amongst all of you today, and that you are happy that I brought some laughter into your life, made you feel better. Just maybe next time I'll have more stuff after this. But I appreciate everybody coming out. I totally thought I would do an hour show, but just making it to 50, 40, 12, 30, whatever.
7 minutes.
I didn't know the strength it took to do this, but I'm glad that I made it happen, and I'm glad that I was able to do a little bit of this so that I feel better doing it the next time.
Yeah.
I think there's going to be a next time.
There we go.
I'm hoping the next show will be at Charlie's on the golf course. So I'm really working on that, but also I will work on more material, understanding how to do this, because guys, I'm telling you, this is flipping hard. This is not easy. And yet when I watch other comics do it, it seems to me that they're just doing it. It's good, okay, go along with it. No, it's not. But the good thing about me today is my stomach doesn't hurt. And I think it's because a lot of faces in here are very familiar to me. And if it wasn't for you being able to be here with me, I don't know if I would have been this comfortable. So a big shout out to every one of you that spent time here with me today. I thank you so much. I do have one thing to say. So my belongs to Rodney Dangerfield. Most of you know Rodney if you're at that
Oh,
age.
yeah.
So some people don't know who Rodney is. But in 1987, I went to a Rodney Dangerfield concert, and Rodney said, "Anybody want to give me a kiss for my tie?" Well, no takers. At this moment, I'm on the edge of my seat. Now I'm up in the second level, so I have to there's a lot of running to do. So, he says it the second time, nobody runs. I'm like, man, this is bad for Rodney. And then, I guess I didn't have stage fright back then, so he says it one more time, and I'm down in front of him. I am standing in front of Rodney, his sweat's dripping on me. I'm like, man, this is real. And he goes, "Hey, what's your name?" I go, "Donna." He goes, "What do you do?" I go, "I work for the railroad." He goes, "Well, what do you, drive the trains?" I go, "No, but I drive the guys wild." Well, it was off after that. Me and Rodney never let up. Our back to back, I went head to head with him on jokes. Never backed out, never wimped, never felt any anxiety, never any of that. During the time I was on stage with him, he said, I kept asking him, "When are you going to give me that tie? And when you kiss me, don't put your tongue in my mouth." Rodney made an announcement, "Oh, she wants me." I'm like, "Are you kidding me? Stop telling people lies." He's like, "See how anxious she is?" I'm like, "For real, dude? Stop this." So a couple more minutes went by. He starts asking this question. Pick a number 1 to 10. I go, "Okay. Well, what is it?" I'm like, "You don't know?" "I'm a comic, not a psychic." I'm like, "Oh my God, that sounds like a problem, Rodney. I don't know." So I told him it's 5. He goes, "You win. Take all your clothes off." I'm like speechless. He got me, right? So I kept whispering it to him. "When you kiss me, make sure you don't put your tongue in my mouth." So, he's all excited, anxious, and all that. He says, "She really wants me. She keeps asking for that kiss." I'm like, "Stop telling people that." And I'm whispering like it's only me and him. I turn around, I look up. I'm like, "Are you kidding me? There's 25 mics up there. Everybody heard what I said to him, so it was never a secret." It was crazy. So then, the moment happens when I'm like, "Look, let's just get that." And that was it. He put his mouth on top of me, bent me over backwards, grabbed my butt. I was down there for like 10 seconds, 15 seconds. When I came up, I'm like, "Who do you think I am, Mary Lou Retner?" She won the gold medal the summer before that. People were like, "Wow, who is she? Was she part of the show? What was her name?" And I think that moment for me was the moment I should have continued comedy, because I was really funny back then. I did Joan Rivers for 8 years. I imitated Joan Rivers. Then I stopped after a while. It just got old for me. But with Rodney, he said, "Are you here with anybody?" I said, "Yeah, my fiance's here." He goes, "What's his name?" I said, "Rick." He goes, "Well, take her home, Rick. She's ready." I'm like, "Rodney, I'm really not ready, but I see your eyes are bulging." He goes, "Get back to your seat." And that's my show.